Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to a very special edition of the Master of the Mat. I am your host, Anthony the Origin Bryant. This is a review show from last night NXT in your house and this Saturday's Impact Wrestling Against All Odds. So let me send you text messages and we'll get right into it because this is going to be a good show. I guarantee that. If I sound extra excited because I am, I just today is starting off already on a good foot. I'm just enjoying these blessings and stuff that's been happening to me. So yeah, so we about to get this kicked off real quick. This is the master of the mat. I am Anthony the Origin Bryant, and I will be this. We'll be talking about the show from Saturday with Impact Wrestling and last night NXT in your house. So I'm about to send these text messages up and we about to get started. Share it on Facebook and we about to get started. We about to have some good time. Give me a moment. One more second. I gotta do one more thing. All right. Let's get it popping. This is the master of the mat. I am Anthony the Origin Bryant, and we are elected to have a good time right now. I don't know why that text message sent. Okay, hold on. 5G, yeah, all right. Come on. So, if you're in the chat box right now and you're one of the people I text, say hello. If not, say hello anyway. We're about to get started, and in just a few minutes, I'm trying to make sure everything gets sent through. So we're gonna kick things off with Against All Odds. And we better get started right now because I think everything went. No, it didn't go through. What is going on with this phone? Anyway, we're gonna get started. Hopefully they get the text. If they don't get it now, they can get it later. You can watch it later and we'll come back to it. So this past Saturday was Impact Wrestling's Against All Odds pay-per-view. And the show was good. The show was good, not what you expect from an Impact Wrestling show, but it was actually good. and it was one of those shows that you did not expect to be as good as it was going to be. And when I mean it was good, this show was hands down. The last Impact Wrestling show was good, but this one outdid that show, and it outdid it with so many variables because it was a smorgasbord of wrestling on this show. Not a lot of talking, but a lot of wrestling. And I'm going to get right into the results right now. The opening match saw Sammy Callahan team up with Tommy Dreamer, the Battle of the Good Brothers. And that match, in my opinion, was a street fight. That match stole the show. It was the opening match, but it stole the show because Sammy Callahan and Tommy Dreamer don't like each other in real life or in wrestling. In real life, these guys cannot stand each other. These guys do not want to be. They cannot be in the same locker room without a fight breaking out with Tommy Dreamer and Sammy Callahan. But they work together and they defeat the Good Brothers. Callahan pinned Carl Anderson to win the match. It was. I give that match a 9 out of 8. I mean, a 9 out of 10 stars. Good Brothers played around too much, but it was good. I didn't like. I didn't like Tommy Dreamer pants. Came out and polka dot pants. So yeah, give me 1 second, y'all. This is really starting to irritate me because the phone is getting on my last nerves. But the next match on a hold on 1 second. Yeah, I'm sorry for the technical difficulties. This phone is really getting to me. But when my phone's low now, that match this past Saturday was one of the best matches of all. Sammy Callahan is a freaking nut. He has been blackballed from every major organization. Yeah, he can't go back to WWE. He is not allowed in AEW. New Japan does not want him. Ring of Honor don't want him. Callahan can't go nowhere. Only reason Impact Wrestling want him because they feel Callahan is a big draw. Other than that, he can't go nowhere. So it's crazy how, but he's a talent. He's a former Impact Wrestling world champion. He Callahan can you got to go on one of two things with Sammy Callahan. You're gonna love him or you're gonna hate him. And I don't think Callahan cares which one you do first, love him or hate him, because that's just who he is. So all right, so I'm gonna try this one more time with this text message, and this is really getting on my nerves with this fucking phone. I'm sorry for the technical difficulty. All of a sudden, my phone does not want to send text messaging, but yet it still wants to. Okay, if you on here and I sent you a text, did you get the text? Yes or no? Because uh, my phone is irritating me right now. This is really getting on my last nerve with this phone. Okay, so if you're watching and I sent you a text in a group text, did you get the text? Yes or no? Okay, maybe you're not. Maybe you're from Facebook. Okay. If you're on here from Facebook, yes or no. If you're on here from the other chat I sent it in, just type in the comment box yes or no. I'm trying to find out what is going on because this is really becoming irritating right now. And a lot of people, maybe y'all can't hear me. I don't know. Just give me a second because this is. I asked one simple question. I can't nobody do what I asked. Okay, that's fine. That one went through. and that one went through. Okay. All right. So now I'm back. I'm back on. So we're gonna get, like I said, Sammy Callahan and Tommy Dreamer defeated the Good Brothers. Joe Dory with Eric Young and Diener and Rhino defeated Carol Moda with Eddie Edwards in his corner. Now that match, that was a hard hit match. And Joe Doran, he was in Japan. Joe Doran, when he hit you, trust me, he hit you. Joe Doran can hit you hard. And when Joe Doran hits you, he hits you real hard. So that match was a hard hitting affair. These guys did not hold nothing back in this matchup. They they took it to each other one after one, hit after hit, and it was a back and forth counter. I love that matchup. I give that matchup a 9 out of 10 because if Violent by Design didn't interfere in that match would have been a 10 out of 10. But they interfered in that matchup. But it still was a good matchup. The next match was a fatal 5 way to determine a number one contender for the X Division Championship. Petey Williams, Trey Miguel, Ace Austin, Chris Bay, Raheem, whatever his name is. We're gonna call him Raheem, and it ended a no contest because Madman Filter. What up, John? It came in the filter. I mean, Madman Filter came out there and just destroyed everybody in the matchup and pulled Ace Austin on. I think Trey Miguel and the referee called a no contest. But before that, that match was good because it was you saw the X division is like the cruiserweight division. And WWE's cruiserweight division right now is nothing. I'm just tell it like it is. It's nothing. Absolutely crap. But Impact Wrestling X Division on top of their game. Wonderful matchup. All four of these guys. I think the missing ingredient was TJP. He should have been in that matchup, but he wasn't in that matchup. But it was a great matchup nonetheless. And I got to give it a. I give that matchup a 9 out of 9 because these guys went out there and they threw balls to the wall and they beat the crap out of each other. We're gonna see what happened Thursday night. We're gonna see what Scott Demore have to say about this Thursday night on Impact. And there was no winner because of Batman Fortune. But this the fourth match on the card was Big Cash versus Rich Swan. Some of you may remember Rich Swan in WWE, where he's a former cruiserweight champion. Where here in Impact Wrestling, he's a former X Division champion and a former Impact World Champion. And this match was a hard hitting affair. Rich Swan threw everything at Big Cash and couldn't get that big 7 footer down. Big Cash still sucks, in my opinion, but he showed why he's improving. He no longer sucks to me. He still sucks. Yeah, but he still sucks to me. Okay, but he improved in that match last week. I mean that match on Saturday because what Big Cash showed me, he's not a giant doofus. He's a big doofus that knows a couple of wrestling hoes. That's what he showed me Saturday night. Big Cash won the match when he hit the well, I don't know what he calls it now, but when he called it in WWE, it was called I know what I really didn't know what he called it in WWE. Tell you the truth. But yeah, so Big Cash with the victory. The next match saw Tennille Dashwood with Caleb with a K and Jordan Grace with Rachel Elliott. For those you who don't know who Tennille Dashwood is the formerly known as Emma in WWE. She's also she's also spent time in Ring of Honor. She refused to go to AEW. She's a huge star in the making. WWE overlooked her, and she should have been an NXT champion, but she wasn't. Should have been a Raw champion, Raw Women's champion, but she wasn't. But I guarantee you, in the near future, she's going to be an Impact champion because she beat Jordan Grace, who is the husband, who is the wife. I'm sorry, of Jonathan Gresham in Ring of Honor, who's the current Ring of Honor Pure champion. So John Rachel Elliott, her father is Paul Ellering. And if you don't know who Paul Ellering is, you haven't been watching wrestling. Paul Ellering managed the Road Warriors. He managed the AOP. He managed the DOA, which I think we all forgot about that. But still, Rachel Elliott, she's gonna be a huge star, just like George Grace is. She's like Tennille Dashwood. Tennille Dashwood won this matchup, and this was a hard hitting affair. These women didn't hold nothing back. They slugging each other back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Tennille Dashwood won because Jordan Grace took her out of the ball, but it was a heck of a matchup. I'm gonna give this match a 10 out of 10. This match, these women, Impact women showed up. And it showed up. It showed up big time. So I give it a 10 out of 10. The next match on the card was Fire and Flavor defending their Impact Knockout Tag Team Championship against Kimberly and Susan. This match was another good matchup on the card. Kara Hogan, Tasha Steelz. WWE passed on Tasha Steelz because she wasn't experienced enough. Well, I bet you they kicking their. I bet you WWE kicking herself right now because that match stole the show. That match stole the show. And man, you talk about fighting. Like I said about the Rachel and Jordan Grace, these females ain't holding nothing back. They throwing left and rights. And Fire and Flavor won the matchup when when Tasha Steele pinned Kimberly. For those of you who don't know, Kimberly is the wife of one half of the NXT Tag Team Champions. I want to say Wesley. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's Wesley. And so that match is great. Susan is the wife of Rich Swann, and Tasha Steele. We don't know her relationship status right now. And Kara Hogan is bisexual, so we're not getting into that right now. But it's just how it is. I give this match a 9 out of 9. A 9 out of 9 because they brought it, they talked it, they brought it, and they did it. That's what it is. A 9 out of 9. The next match was Violence by Design. Rhino and Dina defending the tag team championship against Black Taru and Crazy Steve. This match was great. The K, Violent by Design, two tag teams that did not care what they brought to the party. Crazy Steve and Dina were both trained by Eric Young. Um, Crazy Steve's a former Impact champion with a piss, but again, the tag team division, TNA, and Impact Wrestling, whatever you want to call it, stepped up. I give this matchup a 8 out of 9 because if it wasn't for Black Taurus making a stupid decision by going to the top rope, I believe the K would have won this matchup, but he made the call, he missed the call, and I give it an 8 out of 9. Violent by Design with the victory. Dina pins Crazy Steve. Then we're gonna go to Diana Perazzo versus Rosemary for the Impact Knockouts champion, and this is another match that brought it Rosemary. Rosemary, this girl is psycho, crazy, nuts, sexy, however you want to call it. And Diana Perazzo, she calls herself God's gift to the men. Yeah, you lose a little bit more weight maybe, but not right now. But she can go in that ring, and she went in that ring against Rosemary. She went one-on-one with Rosemary and came out on top. This match, I give this match a 10 out of 10 because they beat the living crap out of each other, and I think they enjoy. I think Rosemary had fun. I think Rosemary really enjoyed it. I really do. The next match is the Impact main event was Kenny Omega versus Moose, two guys I do not like, but this match turned out to be a pretty good matchup. Kenny Omega is a goof to me. He's a jerk and a okay, and Moose does not need no more world title matches. Moose cannot win a big match in Impact Wrestling. Okay, Moose is a RVD. No, I take that back. He's not RVD. I'm trying to think of who Moose is and reference the wrestling, but Moose cannot win. Moose has had 7 world title matches and is 0 for 7 in world title matches and not win the big one. Kenny Omega, on the other hand, He cannot win without the Young Bucks and Don Callis. Okay, this match was a good match until the end. And the end of the match, it was a BS call. But Kenny Omega, thanks with the help of the Young Bucks, defeated Moose. It was a good matchup. It was a good matchup. It shouldn't have happened, but it shouldn't have ended the way it did. But it was a good matchup. So I give that matchup a 5 out of 5. I give that matchup a 5 out of 10 because both of these guys. This match was just terrible. Just terrible and good at the same time. That's all I got to say. All right. At the end of the night, Don Callis fired Sammy Callahan from Impact Wrestling. That wasn't a that wasn't a part of the show. He actually fired him. Don Callis is the vice president of Impact Wrestling, and just like Scott D'Amore is the vice president of executive vice president of Impact Wrestling. So Don Callis can fire people. He can hire people. It just happened. He fired Sammy Callahan. Sammy Callahan's out of a job. He's been blackballed from WWE, Ring of Honor, and AEW. He can't go nowhere right now. So we're gonna find out what Callahan going after this. So that was Impact Wrestling. I give the whole card, in my opinion, I give this card a. I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10 because the main event brought it all the way down. Moose and Kenny Omega. Yeah, okay. You called it. You if you called it the main event. Yeah, okay. All right. The next thing I'm gonna get reviewing. Also, by the way, I got some breaking news I'm about to share with you right now. Former two-time United States champion, former two-time NXT champion. He's also the winner of the first ever Dusty Cup with Finn Balor, has officially re-signed with WWE as of today. Samoa Joe is back in the WWE. Now, I don't know if Samoa Joe going to come back as a wrestler or he's going to come back as a general manager. I would love to see Karrion Kross go one-on-one with Samoa Joe. That match will bring the house down. It was awesome. Last night in your house attendance rating, let you know right now, the attendance for last night in your house was a grand total of, hold on, give me a moment. I'm trying to get it right now. Oh, okay. Last night attendance records for In Your House, NXT In Your House was 1,864 people in the Capitol Wrestling Arena, aka the Performance Center, and it showed why because NXT is head and shoulders above any organization you be with. Every match on this card, from top to bottom, great. We're gonna get right into that right now. But before we do, I'm gonna stay with Samoa Joe. I'm gonna stay with Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe was released back in April because of budget cuts. Um, Joe was mainly the commentator for Monday Night Raw. His last job as a commentator was WrestleMania. Then when they moved the new people over, you thought Samoa Joe was going to SmackDown with Michael Cole. That was the plan. Pat McAfee got the call when they released Samoa Joe. Wasn't supposed to happen. Pat McAfee's an okay commentator, but he's no Samoan Joe. That match, that left a big gate with Samoa Joe going back to the ring, or Samoa Joe gonna be a full time wrestler again. Samoa Joe was cleared to compete 2 days before his release. Hear me when I say this. Samoa Joe was cleared to compete 2 days before he got actually released from the WWE. Joe had his WrestleMania moment when he beat Rey Mysterio in about 2 minutes at WrestleMania night 36. Yeah, 36. And that was he dominated Rey Mysterio. Nobody's ever dominated Ray the way that Samoa Joe dominated Ray. Joe dominated. Joe came in, right, left, rights, left, and just completely beat the crap out of Samoa. Just completely beat the crap out of Rey Mysterio, and he will go on to hold the U.S. title twice. He'll be the first man to hold the NXT championship twice. Um, he was the first ever Dusty Rhodes Memorial Cup winner with Finn Balor. So Joe has had a lineage in NXT. He will be going to NXT. I don't know if he's going to be brought on as a general manager, a commentator, or a wrestler. Again, I would love to see Samoa Joe, Karrion Kross one-on-one. If they can make that match happen, they need to make that match happen. That's what I want to see. Comment in the box. If you want to see Samoa Joe and Karrion Kross, say yes. If you don't want to see it, type no. Karrion Kross, this man, I don't like him. I have never liked him. I didn't like him when he was in TNA as Killer Kross. I didn't like him when he was in Ring of Honor as the what was they called on Ring of Honor as the mystery man. I don't like him then, but I do respect the man in ring ability. He's a freaking monster, and he is yet to be pinned or submitted in NXT. I'm telling you right now, and I've been watching wrestling for a long time. I've been watching Samoa Joe when he was in TNA. I watched him and Kurt Angle put on a classic. I watched him and Sting put on a classic. I watched him and Booker T put on a classic. I watched Samoa Joe put on a classic with AJ Styles and Christopher Daniels. The first one, the second one, and the third one. I watched Samoa Joe win his first ever TNA World Championship by beating Kurt Angle. I've seen Samoa Joe at his best. There is no one better than Joe inside that ring. Joe can push your buttons. Joe can make you think you're nothing. But when he gets you in that ring, he mind games, right? He plays mind games with you. As a matter of fact, subscribe to Peacock. Go to SummerSlam 2018. Watch SummerSlam. Watch Samoa Joe, AJ Styles. Because I'm going to tell you right now, Samoa Joe got in AJ Styles' head. And if AJ Styles didn't get disqualified, we was gonna see Samoa Joe walk out of SummerSlam with the WWE Championship. Nobody gotta tell me that Samoa Joe gets in your head. Samoa Joe is like a Dick Murdoch, a Dusty Rhodes. He can talk the talk and walk the walk. He can talk you in the arena, and he can talk you out the arena. So all I'm saying is this: Samoa Joe, Karrion Kross, it's got to happen. It needs to happen. It needs to happen. I'm telling you, it needs to happen. I would love to see them two go at it. So let me get into this. NXT in your house. The show opened with a winner take all 6-man tag team matchup. Bronson Reed teaming up with MSK to battle Lego Fandasco. I hope I said that right. If I did, I didn't. If I didn't, I didn't. Because this match was awesome from beginning to end. MSK, aka the Rascals, against Jordan Wild, Escobar, and Raul Mendoza. These 6 superstars beat the living crap out of each other. You hear me? From top to bottom. It ended when Bronson Reed came off the top rope and hit the total eclipse on. He calls it the total eclipse, that big splash from the top rope, and he landed directly on Santos Escobar. And he pinned the 1, 2, 3 in the middle of that ring. That match was great. A lot of back and forth between all 6 superstars. All I'm gonna say is this, and I'm gonna leave it like that. This match wasn't built. This match wasn't hyped. This match wasn't talked about on NXT until last Tuesday. Okay? But they went out there. They went out there and they beat the crap out of each other in a winner take all match for the cruiserweight and I'm sorry, for the NXT and North American Tag Team Championships. They went out there and they did what they would. They wasn't supposed to be that good, but it was good. I give this match a 10 out of 10. Excellent matchup. Excellent matchup, in my opinion. The next matchup we saw We saw Lane versus um, Mercedes Martin, and this is another match that was great. It wasn't hyped up like that. We just found out about it Tuesday, but the ladies went out there and they said, "Okay, you're not going to hype me up. Fine, I'm going to show you. You don't need to hype me up." They went out there, they took it to each other, and they won. Mercedes Martin missed one move, and it cost her. Lang hit that signature move on her, pinned her 1, 2, 3 in the middle of that ring, and the biggest one in her career. I give this matchup, excuse me, a 10 out of 10. You might hear me say that a lot in this matchup because this NXT takeover in your house was just hands down the greatest show ever. Okay. Last night, also, okay, the next matchup on the card, LA Knight, one-on-one with Cameron Grimes. Both of these guys trained by the Hardy Boys. Believe it or not, they were. It is for the vacant $1 million championship. Now, for those of you who don't know what the $1 million title is, I'm going to show you a picture of it. Hold on. This, okay, let me can see it. This is the there you go. This is the $1 million championship. This is what Cameron Grimes and LA Knight was fighting for. That right there. That title has made such superstars famous. Guys like Virgil, guys like Stone Cold Steve Austin. The $1 million man made that title when he wasn't getting the opportunity so he had that title made. He called himself the $1 million champion. It made Virgil famous. It put Stone Cold where he needed to be at. Then he gave it to his son, and his son didn't do nothing with it. So I'm hoping now they do something with it in NXT. But this match was great. Um, a ladder match, you can't go wrong. Ladder match. I love this matchup. It was awesome. Hands down, one of the best ladder matches I've seen in a long time. And this is good because they had the golden ladder, they had the NXT ladders, they had everything that you want to see back and forth, fighting on top of ladder. I'm gonna give this match a 9 out of 9. LA Knight is your winner, and he is the new $1 million champion. He deserves it. He earned it, and it was hands down. It was hands down great, just that great. Next match on the card, Raquel Gonzalez with Becky Carr in her corner versus Amber Moon for the NXT Women's Championship. Raquel Gonzalez and Amber Moon have only two things in common, and they are as follow. Amber Moon is the first woman in NXT history to hold the NXT Championship and the NXT Women's Tag Team Championship. Second, Raquel Gonzalez. Raquel Gonzalez is the second. And tonight, the first and second females to ever do that well last night got in the ring with each other and beat the crap out of each other. And beat the living crap out of each other. And I mean they beat the crap out of each other. Let me just say it like this. They beat the piss out of each other. You hear me, people? They got in that ring and throwing left and right, and just started throwing blows at each other. And they didn't care who liked it. They didn't care who watched it. They didn't care who was there. They beat the crap out of each other. And Raquel Gonzalez dominated the first 5 minutes. Amber Moon dominated the second 5 minutes. And then when it got down to the hurdle, it was all or nothing. They threw it everything to the wall. Amber Moon got caught with her eclipse. Raquel Gonzalez hits the Raquel bomb for the 1, 2, 3, knocking off Amber Moon to retain the NXT Women's Championship. That match was awesome. Awesome as it could be. I give this match a 10 out of 10 because they didn't. This match was hyped up. It was hyped up. It was hyped up, and it delivered. It actually delivered. One of the best matches I've ever seen in my life. That's great. The next match is the main event of the card, and it's for the NXT Championship. Karrion Kross one-on-one with in a fatal five-way against Kyle O'Reilly, Adam Cole, Johnny Gargano, and Pete Dunne. And you talk about a brawl with five guys in this matchup. You talk about a brawl with five guys that really don't care for each other. That's what happened in this matchup. You have five guys who really don't care for each other. Johnny Gargano came out in his Shawn Michaels gear. For those of you who don't know, Johnny is a huge HBK fan. Hold on. Johnny Gargano is a huge HBK fan, and he came out in his HBK attire last night, did his HBK sit in the ring. And yo, last night, you can call Johnny Gargano Mr. NXT, or you can call him that because he showed why he is Mr. NXT. He showed why he is Mr. Takeover. He showed why he is pretty much hands down above anybody in that ring. And I mean anybody in that ring. And I'm going to say it again. Johnny Gargano is head and shoulders above anybody in that fatal five-way. I don't care if your name is Adam Cole, Karrion Kross, Kyle O'Reilly, or Pete Dunne. Johnny Gargano is ahead of you because what Johnny did last night was something unbelievable, was something unbelievable. He is Mr. Takeover. He is Mr. NXT. That's why he is that. Those names, those are not names he called himself. Those are names he earned. And last night he earned every bit of that name. Last night, but he came up a little bit short. He came up a little bit short, becoming the NXT champion. It was a heck of a matchup, back and forth. They threw Karrion Kross through the door. They threw Karrion Kross to the table. The table didn't break. Pretty sure Kross broke. They did it all. It was awesome. It was hands down one. I was going for Adam Cole in that matchup. No, I tell you, I was going for Adam Cole, but NXT, we showed the world. They showed the world why NXT head and shoulders is better than everybody else. Well, Karrion Kross, he didn't make nobody tap out. Kyle O'Reilly passed out to the cross jacket. Um, it was a one of a kind matchup, and I give it a 10 out of 10. This whole card from beginning to the end, I give it a 15 out of 15. That's how good that show was. They brought back Tar Pattengill. They brought back Doc Hendricks, aka Michael P.S. Hayes. Um, in your house last night, just that good. Just that good. I'm gonna keep saying it until I can't say it no more. Just that good. That's what it was. It was just that good. Awesome night. William, at the end of the show, William Regal said it's time for a change. He said he's never seen NXT out of control like that. Well, it was out of control, and it was it was out of control. Wait a minute. Hold on. I just got some breaking news. Hold on. Oh wow. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, um, I broke some breaking news to you earlier. So I'm breaking some more breaking news to you earlier. Not only did the WWE re-sign Samoa Joe, but as of literally 5 minutes ago, the WWE has re-signed Tommy N, aka Aleister Black, is back in the WWE. It's reported. Hold on, I'm reading Dave Meltzer. Listen to this. Dave Meltzer reports the WWE has come to an agreement to re-sign Tommy N, aka Aleister Black, to a full-time WWE contract. Along with this, Aleister Black will be moved back to SmackDown, where he will perform and perhaps make his return debut this Friday night. Now, the story behind that is Alistair Black was supposed to go into a robbery with Big E. Didn't happen that way, but it didn't happen that way. He was released right before that robbery started. So, breaking news: Samoa Joe re-signed with WWE. Alistair Black re-signed with WWE. NXT in your house takeover. I give it a five, no, a 15 out of 15. Impact Wrestling. Um, crap. Against all odds, I give it a 5 out of 9, 5 out of 10 would be nice. And it was a wrestling weekend. This Sunday is WWE's Hell in a Cell. The main event has been reported to be Drew McIntyre and Bobby Lashley inside of Hell in a Cell. We are expected to see the return of the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar, at Hell in a Cell. You are expected to see the return of John Cena at Hell in a Cell. WWE is pushing for John Cena and Roman Reigns at SummerSlam this year, just like they're pushing Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley at this year's SummerSlam. Also, there's been a lot of talk and a lot of rumor that Dwayne The Rock Johnson will return at this year's Survivor Series. Reason for The Rock and Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. There's no speculation who's going to win that matchup. I do know The Rock does not have nothing big coming up until mid 2022. So it's going to be the most electrifying man in sports and entertainment go one on one with the head of the table, the tribal chief, Roman Reigns, cousin versus cousin. You got the grandson of Peter Maivia versus the son of Alpha or the Wild Samoans. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. Cousin versus cousin. I cannot wait to see that matchup. And it's going to be a great matchup. I guarantee it's going to be a great matchup. So that is my show for today. Thank y'all for watching. The Master of the Mat will be back here this Saturday. It will be a delay because I have a DMV appointment. At hold on, yeah, what time? I'm saying. Give me a moment, trying to see what time. I have an appointment at the DMV at 2 o'clock this Saturday. So as up. But before I leave you, I want to leave a little bit of good news that's happening in my life. Okay. Um, Today I had my virtual orientation with PG County Public Schools. As of 12 o'clock today, after the orientation was over, I am officially an employee of PG County Public Schools as a cleaner slash janitor. Tomorrow I go fill out my paperwork and get my official first day. Yes, I am happy. I still will be doing this show because I don't work on the weekends. I still be doing this show on Saturday, but I'm so happy about that. I've been blessed. I'm happy. I can't I can't thank God. I can't thank God more than enough for what He's done in my life, and it's a huge blessing. Um, yeah, it really is. It's a huge blessing in my life right now to get this right now, and I'm just blessed. I can't thank God. There's nothing else I can do but thank God and thank Him for what He's doing, thank Him for what He's done, and this is just it's amazing how much the show was supposed to be a one off. Really was. I didn't know how it was going to be. Now I'm doing it every weekend. I am a huge wrestling fan. Well, I'm sorry. I'm a huge wrestling fan. I really am. I love talking about wrestling. I was raised on wrestling and something I like to talk about on my spare time. So I figured, why not do it now? Why not? My sister and my cousin was like, "Your knowledge of wrestling you can start your own show about." Well, I mean, really, I can, but I ain't want to go that route with it. But I did it, and it's turned out. It turned out to be something good for me. So I'm I'm just looking for whatever happens. You know what I'm saying? Wherever this takes me, I will be doing this every Saturday. I don't care every Saturday. It's like this. I am in church on a constant. I mean, I'm in my church on a constant basis. On a constant basis. I love my church family. I love who I've become. I love this. I love every bit of where I'm at, and I can't be more happier than I am right now. Doors are starting to open for me. Doors are starting to really open for me because where I'm at right now, and I can't be more happier. It's a peace that's coming over me that I don't want to lose, and I'm blessed to be here. I'm blessed to even have the opportunity to have this job. I know if it wasn't for God, I wouldn't have this job. But yeah, I'm blessed because it's nothing I take for granted. It's nothing I don't take for granted because this is something I want. I wanted this. I've cried out for this. I've asked for this, and I've asked for this, and I finally got what I cried out to be. I know you. I know you asked yourself, "What does got to do about wrestling?" No, I'm just giving you a little insight on who I am. And I've cried out, and cried out, and I cried out, and I cried out, and I finally God heard my cries. My brother told me about an opening for the school board, about to open back up. I jumped on it. I prayed about it. I got it. I'm happy I got it. The door was open. Favor was found. Favor was showed to me to get this job. If and this has been awesome, and I'm so grateful and humble at the fact that God would show me favor. That God was that rained down His favor on me to get this job, and this is it's surreal right now, man. It really is. It's surreal right now for me. I'm just so surreal. I didn't know how it was going to come, but it just when I got the email on Thursday, we we're waiting for my fingerprint to be released. That's all good, clear. And then I got the email Friday afternoon. I report. I got orientation today. I report to Williamworth on tomorrow. I'm so happy right now. Y'all just don't understand. There is a peace that's over my life right now, and it's just so comforting to be in that peace right now. Not to worry about not to worry about nothing, and I mean nothing. There's not nothing I don't need to worry about. I am at peace in my life. And I know that the favor of God over my life is going to have more peace and more peace and more peace. He's going to show me favor with this show. He's going to show me favor with everything I do in my life. This show is going to I'm gonna have favor in this show. I'm going to have favor doing this show. I'm going to have favor on my job. Doors are going to open on my job. Doors are going to open for me doing this show. So for those of you who constantly watch me, time and time every Saturday. Those of you who roll with me, those of you who encourage me, you know I love you. You know I rock with you. You know what I'm saying? This is what I do. This is what I love to do. I love to talk about wrestling. I'm a huge diehard wrestling fan. I have every 2K. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show y'all something. Hold tight real quick. Let me show y'all something. This is how big of a wrestling fan I am. Okay, I have 2K night, 2K18 with Seth Rollins on the cover, okay, for the P4. I have 2K19 with AJ Styles on the cover. Ooh. I have 2K20 with Roman and Becky Lynch on the cover. This is how massive of a wrestling fan I am. I I am a huge wrestling fan. Old school NWA, WCW, ECW, AWA. It don't matter. I am a wrestling fan, a diehard wrestling fan, and this is what I love to talk about. So this is my show. This is the master of the mat. I am Anthony Origin Bryant. My story, you just heard my story. I've been shown favor. And now I have now shown I have been favor has been shown upon my life, and I can't be more happy. I really can't. This is something I wanted. This is something I've been crying out for, and I got it. I really got it, and I'm blessed. I posted something yesterday on my Facebook page. I said this is a door that no man can close. Be honest with you, I can't even close this door. This door is there is not one door that God will open that I can't that He won't close on me. I'm sorry, let me get that right. Let me say this. This door that God has shown favor with me, this door that God has shown favor with me to open, I can't close it. Man can't close it. The only person that can close this door and can stop the favor upon my life is God. Nobody else. Nobody else can do that but God. And I'm serious. This is this is awesome for me. This is awesome for me. This is super awesome for me, and I cannot believe this. And I'm so grateful. I'm so honored. I'm so humbled. I'm so grateful to have this. Okay, and I know favor gonna be shown over me with this. I know favor gonna be shown over me with my job. I can't wait. I can't wait to see what God has for me. I can't wait to see everything God has for me. I want it all. I don't want the crumbs. I want the whole kid and caboodle. I want everything He has for me and more and more and more. Whatever He has for me, that's what I want. So, on that note, people, thank you for watching. Thank you for being a part of this. Thank you for tuning in each and every week. Thank you. And I am Anthony, the Origin Bryant. This is the master of the mat. And you have been watching the review show. I will be back this Saturday for my normal show. But it won't be at 2:30. It'll probably be about I don't know what time it's gonna be, but I'll let you know. And this is the Master of the Mat. I'm Anthony the Origin Bryant, and I thank you all for your watching. I'll be back here on Saturday. Until then, y'all be blessed.